They're proposing what they would call a fossil fuel hub to export oil and coal from the land that they have currently rezoned, land that to the present has been prime agricultural land. It's a few miles from my house, and it involves about 2 miles of pristine wildlife habitat, riparian shoreline along the Columbia River. When the Columbia County Commissioners voted unanimously to rezone this land, I felt like there had to be some way to stop this from happening.
This river, it bends. This river, it bows. This river I'm on, it goes where it always goes.
The Columbia is a huge river, and it's been doing just fine, thank you, for thousands and thousands of years. And I would like to see it not get worse.
When we saw it, it was pretty much love at first sight. It was so beautiful, and within 4 months or so, we owned it.
Well, I came to the farm to just try to grow as much of my own food as I possibly could. And so that entailed a large garden, a number of animals.
Chickens, ducks, turkeys, dairy goats, Nubian, that we raise for milking.
And it all led into a big circle of activities, which turns out I love. It appears that some people envision this as an energy shipping hub of the entire Northwest.
North Dakota, there is a formation called the Bakken Formation, and in it there's oil, and it's a crude oil. It has a kind of a caustic quality to it, and it's being pumped into these rail cars that are not adequately designed to carry it, this caustic crude oil. And then they come into our area through Portland, Linton, St. Helens, and on up into Port westward, where they are then unloaded, pumped into barges, and then shipped along the Columbia River and out into the ocean. So there's plenty of opportunities for accidents to happen in this process.
I question whether it's even a good idea to be shipping natural resources away. It seems more like something we ought to preserve for future generations.
Given the track record of the railroad accidents with the Bakken crude in recent months, it really seems like we're asking for a very big problem if any accident should happen and oil should leak into that water system. It would immediately be a big problem for all of the farmers surrounding that area. I feel like fossil fuels is not the best use of that land. I would rather see some other commodity, something much less hazardous, something that's not coal or oil.
No reason to ask. The river it knows.
There's a group called Columbia River Keepers that has committed to helping us try to reverse the zoning that has taken place. And this is an organization that will need some money, hence this fundraiser.
We can keep them from concreting in more of it and making it bigger, and that's my goal.
This river it knows.
If you make a $10 donation, you get a cedar rose woven by a Pacific Northwest basket weaver out of cedar bark, a traditional sign of gratitude. But if you give $25, you get peppermint patties from Seeley's Peppermint Farm. They're good. For $50, you get a game called Klatskanai, a game of destiny, hours of enjoyment. Now, if you give $100, you get a salt and pepper shaker in a cedar basket, hand woven by a Pacific Northwest basket weaver. It's really cool. And if you give $500, you get a night at the Sylvia Beach Hotel in Newport. It's a trip. It's great. And if you give $1,000, folks, you can have this thermometer, and you can play with it as much as you want.